200 years ago tomorrow, Memphis officially became a city. It is a birthday worth celebrating because it sure took a lot of soul to get here. Last night, we shared highlights from the city's first century. Tonight, see how it was the second century that actually put Memphis on the global map. We may not have the size of a Chicago or New York, but Memphis does have its share of kings.
Well, if you look right here, we're at the intersection of king and king. How many cities in America have an intersection of king and king?
Memphis historian Jimmy Ogle loves this stop on his walking tours. It gives him a reason to talk about our many kings over this past century. Martin Luther King tragically lost his life here. Countless musicians like B.B. King made it here, including the king of rock and roll. And don't forget about wrestling's Jerry the King Lawler. All are names known worldwide.
Let's cross right now. We got a red light.
Ogle says Memphis is finally embracing its past, all of it, the good, bad, and ugly. Ogle also talks about Memphis leaders who thought they were kings. Boss Crump was one who earned his name.
He ran the city with an iron hand for almost 50 years.
Local 24 political analyst Otis Sanford wrote the book on Memphis mayors, literally. He says Crump ran the city even when he wasn't mayor. He would tell other mayors what to do, tell Nashville lawmakers what laws to pass, and even had the ear of presidents, especially FDR, winning millions in funding for Memphis. Otis says while no one would accuse Boss Crump of being a progressive on racial issues, he did work to have relationships with the black community. But he died just as the civil rights movement was getting started, and leaders after him only stoked tensions.
Unfortunately, Memphis elected people that saw threat in diversity, and they did everything they could to keep Memphis from progressing that way, especially in the 50s and 60s as Memphis was poised to take off.
Memphis was mired in division, the sanitation strike the most obvious, ugly, and avoidable example, leading to the assassination of Dr. King that paralyzed the city for years to come.
White Memphians were fearful. Black Memphians were angry. White Memphians started to leave the city. We just had a 4 or 5 year period there of just total stagnation.
Many say the stagnation lasted longer than that and looms today, exacerbating problems with poverty, public education, and crime. But despite those challenges, Memphis made the map with more kings, kings of commerce and innovation, like St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, FedEx, and AutoZone.
AutoZone opened here in 1979 as Auto Shack. Did you know that? Got sued by Radio Shack for the name infringement. Now there's 6,000 AutoZones and no Radio Shack.
Beale Street went from empty to the state's largest grossing tourist attraction. And in 2001, FedEx Forum gave us the NBA Grizzlies. And with billions invested or planned for downtown and elsewhere, Memphis enters its third century with more promise than it has had since it celebrated its first 100 years. Still, Jimmy Ogle says some things about Memphis will never change.
We got a chip on our shoulder. That's okay. We're not spiffy sometimes, but we sure can have some fun.
Local 24 is a proud supporting partner of a new century of soul, the official Memphis bicentennial celebrations, and there are a number of events to mark the milestone anniversary. A century of service kicks off at 8 a.m. tomorrow at the Pipkin Building. At 3, a new giant welcome sign is unveiled on Mud Island. At 6:30, the Memphis Bicentennial Gala gets underway at FedEx Forum. And on Saturday night, it's Memphis in May's big Celebrate Memphis event. If you can't make it to Tom Lee Park, watch our live 2-hour primetime special starting at 8 and going until 10 o'clock that night. I'm told